Hello, folks. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp. I was going to do some crafting, and I'm getting to the point now where I kind of feel like I should just turn on the camera when I'm going to craft and bring you guys along. As you know, many of you know, I recently did. Bring you guys along. As
Oops,
you
I
know,
always
many
forget
of
to
you
mute
know,
my
I recently.
iPad. There we go.
You know what? Before I get into this, well, let me tell you what brought me to this place. So I have this pile of strings. And as you all know, I recently did a huge fabric sale. Actually, it was a 2-day event. And then I had to rip up all that fabric. And I ended up with this pile of strings and I started throwing them all away. And I thought, that's kind of pretty cool. We can certainly do something with that. I recently saw somebody take a pile of string like this and put it down on fabric and with other little fabric pieces and then just free sew all around it and make it into something for a journal cover, something to go on a page. Not going to do that, but I thought that was an interesting idea. I just thought I got out all sorts of little scraps and bits, and I've got some bling over here. I've got some stickers, I've got buttons, I've actually got some copper, and I just want to see what I can make with this bling. Excuse me. Um, I've got no one in here right now, and I don't know if anybody will join. This was another one of my little impromptu things. So if you don't catch me live, maybe you'll watch the repeat. But here are some almost like bird's nests, but not necessarily. Some little things that I've already made. Lace on the back, some thread, and then a button in the middle. Hey, Cheryl. I'm just going to do some crafting. I was talking about all the extra string that I have left over from cutting up fabric. Here's one where I put a button in. Hey, Big Mama. And then I put some, stickles or something in the middle of the button. So it's got some lace and some fabric. Here's one I put on some music paper. And then here's one I did with nothing on the back, just some nice colored threads that I glued down. And I thought those would make cute little embellishments for a page. So like I said, I just got out a mishmash of stuff and I was going to go live and I thought, why not bring you guys along? And for those who are just joining, oh, you have yours in a jar. Um, yeah, I just have this pile of thread from that big fabric sale I did, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I thought, well, let's do some crafting with it. So let's get started. I've got this paper, it's like lunch bag paper. Popping in to say hi, I'm at work, come back and watch later. Oh, hey, Rhonda. Um, Rhonda, on your rosettes, they're in your bag to go out. I sent you a second invoice. I didn't put a service charge or shipping on it. It's just to pay for the rosettes. Um, so anyway, this is a piece of craft paper that was wrapped around a piece of fabric I got. It was 5/8 of a yard I got from some thrift store. So I thought, well, let's start with that. Now I do use a lot of Fabri-Tac glue on this because, um, we're gluing down strings, and so I'll probably get my hands all right. We'll do this side. All right, so we got that as a base. How about we put down something like that? Oh, I've got my inks over here too to ink things up. So we can ink the edges. So I guess these are little clusters. Um, It is wonderful, Big Mama. I just figured I'd come on, and if somebody wanted to join me, they could, and if they can't catch it till later, then that's okay too, but it gets lonely sitting down here all by myself, so I thought I would, oops, I'm off camera there. I thought I would just come on and we'll see if we can do some crafting together. Okay, so we'll put that and that, and then we'll take some of the lighter bits of thread because this is kind of a dark piece, so I'll just cut off a strip of that thread, stick that down in the middle, and then, oh, what shall we put in there? How about, I want to do these, I'm not huge into bling, although I do use it. That flower's a little big on there. Let's see, I can always resort to a button. And boy, do I have buttons. So let's put, that one might be too little. Love those little medallions. I know, Cheryl, and I have a die for them. So if you don't and you want some, just let me know because I can certainly make up a bunch of them for you. Ah, there we go. I like that. In fact, I think I might want just a little tiny piece of lace behind there too. How about that? What do you guys think? I like it a lot. I'm so glad you did. It helps to keep the voices in. Well, I'm happy to help. And it's fun. I mean, I'm home alone. The dog is upstairs, but my hubby's at work. And so, this helps to keep me entertained. So I'm not just sitting down here by myself. Of course, I listen to videos. And if somebody's live, that's why I'm on so many lives because, my hubby's always at work. Well, why isn't that sticking? Hubby's always at work. So I just get on lives and turn them on while I'm working or doing other things. And hang on one sec, I lost my, there we go. I lost my StreamYards on my computer. Oh, you guys will never guess what I did this morning. I was setting this up and I have to move my camera and my whole setup when, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I put that on the wrong side. I have to move my camera and my whole setup when I film on this table. My other table is where I sell. And I have my camera hooked up to my laptop, and then I turn, and that's got StreamYard on it, and then I turn on my iPad for watching it on YouTube, so I can watch both. Well, I was moving, and I hope I keep you entertained, Big Mama. Anyway, I was moving my laptop and I dropped it. And I thought, oh, great, I'm going to have to buy a new laptop. Now, I work down in the basement. I have the entire length of my house as a workroom, and I've got half of it set up for paper crafts and half set up for my metals. So the floor is cement. So I dropped my laptop and I thought, oh, there it goes. I'm going to have to buy a new one. And I picked it up. The screen in the upper left-hand corner is smashed to smithereens, but it still works. So I guess I don't have to buy a new one. I don't use the laptop for much. Now, I don't like just that button there. So let's see if I have something little that I can put in there, some little Oh, I think I know what I'm going to use if I have any left. Let's see if I have any left. Did I use them all? I have some little tiny off-white flowers, like the little paper flowers. And I thought I would put one of those in the middle. Oh, there they are. I found them. So I've got these little flowers, and I thought, wouldn't that be cute in the middle? I think it would be. So I'm not going to stay on too long. I just wanted to use up some of this thread, and like I said, I thought I'd bring you guys along. Goodness, I'd have died. um, yes, you can. Oh, hey, Liz, welcome. So I'm just playing with the leftover thread from my recent paper sale, and I'm just playing. So Cheryl, yes, you can do a live. What you can't do is a remote live. You have to, like if you were on your mobile phone out somewhere and you wanted to go live, you have to have a certain number of subscribers for that. But I don't think, I mean, I've been doing live since I had just a few subscribers, so I don't think you have to have a special number. All right, there's our first little piece. What do you guys think? Just a little cluster with using up some of that thread. And I have to show you guys these. I'm going to use these next. Look at these little itty bitty bitty envelopes. Aren't those cute? And those are just for decoration. They're not functional. I was modding on Shauna's channel last night, and while we were, she was showing things and there was a lag, I was inking and folding and gluing these little envelopes together. So I think I'm going to put them in my Etsy store at, like 10 for $1 or something like that. Because they're so cute. So I definitely want to use one of these, and oh, I know what I have. I have a piece of this muslin, and I'm going to take a couple of these envelopes, maybe like that. I'll glue them together. And then we'll put some of this string behind them, and maybe I've got this little piece of fabric as well. Maybe we'll do the fabric, and here's a little piece of yellow. How about some yellow? We put that down there on the fabric. Put these here, or I could make it a long, I could turn it long ways. And then if I wanted to tear it off and make it shorter, I could. So yeah, let's do that. All right. Glue it down in layers. So again, just looking for ways to use up this string. And if you guys have any ideas, please let me know, because I've got a whole pile of it here and I need to use it all up. So I'm going to put that on there. Then I'm going to put some glue in the middle here for the string. Yeah, Liz, I had that, if I have just one or two, I just throw them away usually. But when I was ripping up all that fabric, holy cow, I was getting so many strings, and I thought, what a shame to just throw all this good stuff away, because it would be cute, I'm sure, on some kind of embellishment. So we'll do that. Let me glue this bit of string down a little bit more. I always struggle with my Fabri-Tac not to get too much glue on, and then of course it gets all over your fingers. All right, so there's those envelopes. Now, it needs something else. I'm going to take 2 of these little tiny flat back pearls and put them on the envelopes. And there we go. There's another one done. And again, I could stamp something down here, I could put something else on it, or I could tear it off, or I could just leave it. What do you guys think? Let me catch up here. I make those in not glue, then they can be unfolded. Oh, yeah, but these are so tiny, Big Mama. I don't know. They were just so tiny. I thought I would just make them for decoration. I use her hair, my girl pictures. Oh, very cool. That's cool. All right, so there's number 2. What did I do with the first one? There it is. All right, well, let's see what else we can do. How about, I'm not a real blingy kind of girl, but I know other people are. So how about if we take this one, this medallion, maybe we'll take 2 medallions and glue them together and put something in the middle. How about that? Isn't it fun to just play? Just get out stuff. And I have so much stuff that I have to use up, and not nearly often enough do I get out stuff and just play. Okay, I'm going to put a fairly big piece. Hey, Jess. Yeah, I do them a little bit bigger, Big Mama, like that. I'll, leave them unglued and let someone fold it down. But I usually do that with bigger ones. I guess I could try it on the little ones. They just seem so tiny. Okay, let's build a little nest here for our string. Kind of pull it apart a little. Maybe I've got too much. That's the nice thing about this string. You can just kind of pull it off and snip it and roll it together. There we go. There's a nice little bed. And then I have these little blingy things. I don't know where I got these from. And we can put a little bling in the middle. Actually, I thought I had a different one. Yeah, I like that one better. The silver and clear just didn't have enough contrast. So I think I'm going to put this one on there. But before I do that, I think I'm also going to put just a little bit of lace down. Just a little bit. There we go. Little bit of lace. You know what else I think it needs? I think it needs just a little bit of book text. And I know I've got some here. This is real crispy stuff. So I'm wondering, because it looks like this side is just a little bit too naked. Let's see if I can get that on there. Well, let me ink it up first so it stands out. I tuck into flower stems and the like hidden treasures. Oh. Yeah, I do, and I do have some of those. I don't know if you were here at the very beginning, but I was showing like, this where it looks kind of like an egg or an egg's nest. I just wanted to do something a little bit different as well. But yes, the egg's nest idea is a wonderful idea. I'm going to move my iPad a little bit closer here. I'm having a hard time seeing it. My old eyes. All right. Get a little Fabri-Tac. And I stick that down over there. Okay, I like that better. And I actually am going to put just a little bit on the other side to balance it out. Just a little tiny piece. Do you guys save all these little tiny pieces? I have a box of tiny, tiny scraps. It's not on my desk right now, but I may resort to it here in a bit. Okay, and then I'll stick that down right there. Glue this string down a little more. And there we go. A fun little cluster with a sparkly in the middle. What do you guys think? Come on, let's focus. There it is. A little bit of lace, a little bit of book text, those medallions, and a bling. All right, let's do one with, let's use one of these. I have these little tags, and they came from some scrapbook paper. It was on a sheet of scrapbook paper, and I just cut them all out because I wanted to use them. So I thought that I could do, and I might do kind of a longer piece here. Let's do that. And some thread, but we'll make it long. Yeah, it kind of does look like a brooch. You have string at your sewing machine. I save indeed tiny pieces of paper. Well, here you go, Cheryl. Here's a good idea for you. Sit down with all those little bits and pieces and just start putting them together. I had no rhyme or reason. I just got a whole bunch of stuff out, and so we're going to make that one kind of go long, but let's ink it up. And oops, I keep getting off camera. You guys yell at me. Aren't there just so many things? You know what amazes me about this craft? It's not just this craft, it's my metals as well. Is that if you took a pile of supplies and set it down in front of an artist of whatever type, whether they're doing, jewelry or paper arts or whatever it is, even if you set a picture down in front of a watercolor artist and said, here, reproduce this, each artist has their own interpretation. And it just amazes me how you can start with exactly the same materials and come up with so many different outcomes from the same materials. And it's all in our interpretation, right? How we see art. And I used to think I was not artistic at all. I mean, I cannot draw a straight line to save my soul. So, in that way, I'm not artistic at all. But then I found the metals and I thought, wow, I have a knack for manipulating metal and turning it into various shapes to do what I want it to do. Okay, this is sticking to my fingers. So here's a little hack. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. Oh, come on. It is not wanting to stay off my fingers. So take a credit card. Ooh, that's a yucky one. And just start pressing it down lightly. And it should just press. And then when I put the next piece on the top, it'll push that down even more. So there we go. Got a real messy tag. And what do I want to put on top of that? How about a butterfly? And I've got some fussy cut butterflies. So I have this big box of, this is what I call my shapes. These are things that are meant to be something. And they're cut out or they're made. Oh, here, Cheryl, is one of those little envelopes I make that opens up. Or Sandy, Big Mama, you're the one who said that. So here's one, but I do it usually on the bigger envelopes. Oh, I've got some tiny baby yo-yos in there. Oh, let's use that. That's pretty. That box is fun. That's my go-to box whenever I just need something unusual or different. I did say butterflies. But I decided to use this yo-yo instead. Sandy thinking the same, medallions. I always taught my art students the phrase, art inspires art. Don't ever feel like you're plagiarizing. No, absolutely not. Because your view of it, and not only that, your supplies are going to be different. So you're never going to make exactly the same thing because you don't have you might get close, but you don't have exactly the same materials. And I will tell you, some people are very close to the vest about their procedures and how they do things. That is not me. If you ever see me doing something, I believe in spreading the knowledge and getting, everybody involved. So I'm not worried about, about somebody using my idea. Feel free. You love you some butterflies? Okay, we'll do one. My metal channel is Cheryl Foils Designs. I don't have a lot on there on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I got it. Don't have a lot out there, but I do have some. I was just trying to think if I want something in the middle of that button. We'll put it down and then I'll see. I was going to tie a string through it, but I think not. So I put on sort of a rust color button just to give it a little pop of color. And if you haven't seen my yo-yo making video, I found the neatest little tool for making very finished yo-yos. They don't have raw edges in the middle. I have a 12-minute tips on that. Yeah, Big Mama, I just don't think, number one, I'm not an artist making a living off of my art. You know what I mean? If I was a famous painter, I might feel a little bit different. If I had some very special skill, I might feel a little bit different, but I don't. I'm just an average person trying to have some fun. There we go. There's one with a yo-yo and some string. Did I get the, whoops. I'm just having a heck of a time getting, I'm trying to keep it close, fairly close for you guys, and then I have a hard time getting in focus. Come on. There we go. There's a yo-yo, and I just put a plain piece of coffee dye paper down the side for a little more interest. Okay, butterflies. Well, look at this. I have this little leaf. What if we put, like the butterfly landed on that leaf, and we put some string behind to simulate the antenna? What about that for some fun string stuff? Something different. I'm going to ink around him so he stands out. Yeah, Cheryl, these little yo-yo makers that I have, well, here's the packaging for one of them. It doesn't have the yo-yo. They're made by Clover, and they're so easy to use. It's a very quick, I did a video on it. If you look in my 12-minute tips videos, you'll see there, and they come in different sizes, so you can make different sizes of yo-yos. Great for using up your scrap fabrics, but I do have a video. Bunch of these on long lace for a snippet. Yep. I started and then I never finished, which is kind of par for the course for me. I made a bunch of yo-yos, and then I started a small canvas that I either put paper or fabric down on. I don't think I might have painted it. And I was gonna, and then I have some ribbon that is like green stems with leaves on it. And so I put some stems down on that canvas, and I was going to use yo-yos for the flowers. And of course, I never finished it. So shame on me. Okay, let's get some. Oh, how about some dark? That's the other fun thing about doing this is that um, you get a lot of different colors. All right, I'm just going to put some glue down the back of this guy. They won't look exactly like antenna, but they'll be close. It'll give you the idea. So I'm just, you know what? I like the part with the raw ends, so I'm going to cut this again. This is going to have just a little bit of string in it. We'll put that down, and then I'll just separate some of these before the glue dries. And snip it a little bit more. Boy, he's got one really fat antenna and one not so fat. I'm trying to get it fairly even. All right. Don't stick to me. I love my Fabri-Tac, but man, oh man, does it stick to everything. I guess that's the point. And I'm having a devil of a time with my little strings here. Ooh, coffee. That sounds yummy. All right. Let's do this. And then I want to put a little more in there underneath him, but we'll go with a lighter and make just a little string bed for him to lay on. Yeah, I like it. The antennae aren't super dark. I probably should have put more, but I didn't. So it's going to be what it's going to be. And I'm going to use that card to kind of poke it down. And then I'm not going to glue, I keep getting off camera, sorry you guys. I'm not going to glue all the way down on the wings. I'm going to leave them up just a little bit on the ends. All right. And there it is. What do you guys think? You know what else I might add on here? Come on. Focus. There we go. There we go. A leaf. I am going to put some, if I can find it. I've got my box of bling here. There they are. My little black ones. I'm going to put some little bling on his body. Like I said, I don't do a lot of bling, but occasionally it adds, I think. I could even put some bling on the little dots, black dots on his wings, but I don't think I'll do that. I don't want to overdo it. Nobody would believe it was my creation because I just don't use a lot of bling. Oh yeah, that's cute. So just that little bit extra. And I can see it's not straight. I'll fix that. See that little bit of extra? There it is on his body. So there's another one done. I may have to, in one of my sales, just do a giveaway, not a giveaway, but like Shauna did last night, a treasure box, but maybe not a box, a bag, a treasure bag, that has just a bunch of these little kinds of pieces in. Oh my goodness. Great idea. Oh, I'm sorry, Cheryl. Feel better. You know you love that one, Big Mama, huh? And it's different. It's a leaf. It's not the typical, fabric kind of thing. It's got texture. I love it too. All right, I've got this little itty bitty piece of a doily. How about we do something with that? And how about, so I've got these stickers that I absolutely love, and I've got all sorts of different packs of them. And let's use one out of here. I'm just going to use this one. And this has got sticker paper on the back. I'm not going to what did I put that bling on that fell off already that I didn't stick on? Was that on? No, it wasn't on there. Oh, I ended up using the other bling. I'm not going to peel this off and put it down on any paper right now. When I get ready to use it, then it'll have a sticky back. So I'm thinking something like that. And then let's get some nice color in there. How about some greens? We'll do some more butterflies, Big Mama. Let's see, how long have I been going? 39 minutes. I was going to go maybe an hour. So maybe another 20 minutes if you guys are up to sticking with me. So who all else is here? I see 7 watching, but I'm not seeing y'all chatting. I'd love for you to say hi. Let me know you're here. And if you don't mind, please give me a thumbs up. All right, so there's that. a little bit of the string hanging out. And I'm not sure. No, I think it goes this way. And then, of course, we got to put something in the middle there. So should I put, what do you guys think? Should I put like a little paper flower? Should I put a button? Should I put a flat back pearl? What should I put in the middle of this little doily piece? And I'll let you guys type while I'm gluing this down. You guys tell me. So I wanted that to be a little more offset. I don't like things perfectly in the middle. It looks too perfectly imperfect. I like to offset a little bit. Another butterfly. Okay. Sandy, another butterfly it is. But look how cool that looks. Let me see. I've also got this book. If you ever get a chance to find one of these are old stamp collector books and they have little slots in them. And I put a lot of my fussy cuts in here. Ooh, we could make a book cover with some string. Let's do that. We could do a clock. We could do all sorts of things. I'm trying to find my butterflies. There we go. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything. That's too matchy-matchy. Need some little bit of color. How about that, Sandy? Do you like that green? I'll let you pick the butterfly. I've got that green. Or I've got this guy. I think he blends in too much. Really need some color. What's a good idea? I've got a stamp. A few more butterflies, but they look like they're big. Looks like I've got to cut out more little ones. So for the little ones right now, what I have is the green, but I kind of like that. Do you like that one, Sandy? Love the green. Okay. Green it is. So yeah, if you find one of these books, snap it up because there's just, now this side doesn't have any pockets, but you could certainly add them. And it really works nice for holding your fussy cut stuff. Okay. But I was wondering, what about putting one of those clocks behind? Oh, there you go. The only thing, Sandy, is I think, let's do that with a different butterfly because this little piece of doily behind here would get completely covered up if I did that. I don't think those clocks are small enough to be able to put behind there. No, they're not. It would cover up that little piece of doily. So let's do that. We'll do the next one. We'll do a clock and a butterfly. There we go. And I think we need to put his little black body on there. I usually put 3 of them on. And there it is, Sandy. Do you approve? What do you think, my friend? And then I can peel that off and stick that whole thing down in a journal somewhere. All right, let's pick a clock. Oh, hey, Rosie. I'm just playing with all the leftover string I had from cutting up fabric, or actually tearing up fabric. I had all this string left over, thread left over. And so I just thought I'd come on and do some crafting. These are the ones that I've made so far. We're just putting string, using the string as part of the embellishment. Look at this one. This one was one of Big Mama's favorites. She loves the butterflies. And then we just made this one with Big Mama's input. Then we have this one that looks kind of like a brooch. Oops, get in camera. Looks kind of like a brooch. And then this was the first one I did on a piece of paper with button and little paper flower. Now, yeah, they really are, Rosie. All right, so Big Mama, since this was your idea, I'm going to let you pick the clock that we use. Can you see all of them? There we go. You can do a big one. I have some big butterflies. You're getting the credit, Miss Sandy. These are awesome. I am so loving how these are turning out. I may have to, when this video's over, I may have to do this again on another day because it is so much fun. All right, Big Mama, which clock? Oh, hey, Kim. Welcome in. I'm just playing with threads left over from tearing up fabric. And second row, cream colored with roses in the center. This one? I think this is the one you're looking for. But I also have this bigger one, which would be cool too, because I've got some big butterflies. So you tell me, A or B? A or B, Big Mama? This bigger one. Okay. If I didn't get the right one, just holler at me. But I grabbed the big one. Okay, there's that. Pick a butterfly now. So what's everybody up to today? Just hanging out? Y'all know it was a week ago today I had my surgery. I'm so glad that's behind me. I am moving on. All right, not those. All right, so let's show some butterflies and ooh. That purple would be pretty with some string behind it and the flowers peeking out. Or maybe it's too matchy-matchy. I've got that great big tan color one. Neither one of those just jumped up and spoke to me. Most of these are kind of matchy-matchy so far. Let's see what we've got on this page. Oh, oh, that's pretty. Because on the clock, what do you think of that one, Big Mama? It looked like it lived there. Okay, we'll go back and you can tell me which one you thought. So I've got that. You tell me which color, Big Mama, and I'll use it. Oh, I've got this one too. That one also is very matchy-matchy. Do you put a doily? Okay, the first one, the purple. You like the purple? I'm gonna do one without the antenna since we're gonna put thread behind it. You like the purple one? No, you can't, Kim. This actually, I got it on eBay. It's an old stamp collector's book, and it's got slots. There's no slots on the left side of the pages, but you could you could add vellum or something. But yeah, these are just individual little slots. See if I have an empty page. Oh, here's one that's kind of empty. So you can see, these are just, and they're real close together. So you can get a lot in here. But if you look for, like, this says 1959 to 56, it must be backwards. So they had stamps in here, 1952 to 50. So I guess it means 50 to 52. But this was an old stamp collector's book. Yeah, just go look on eBay or Amazon, probably more eBay. I think that's where I got it. And you can find them pretty cheap, I think. All right. So this one, the purple one. Confirm for me, please, Big Mama. We'll do that. And hang on, let me get a bigger piece of lace here. Has a subtle elegance about it. Yep. And look at that. That's probably too big. Okay. So there we've got some lace and a butterfly. Now we need some threads. And I'm going to see if I have some pinks and purples. I know I do. So here's a dusty rose. And how about a cream to go with the backgrounds? There we go. All right. So I've got some cream and some dusty rose. Let me get this rose color. So we'll do that. And a little bit of that. Put that up there in the corner. I don't know if I like that cream color in there or just the dusty rose. What do you think, Big Mama? I don't think I like that cream in there. I'll pull that out. Now we could go back to the putting it right behind the head to simulate some antenna. And I know that's a lot, but what do you guys think about that? I want to pull it down here a little bit so we see more of the clock. Kind of at that angle. What do you think about that? Metallic. No ma'am, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not a real, like I said, blingy kind of girl. Hi, Judy. Welcome. We're playing with threads. This is the current one. Big Mama's kind of leading us on this one. Come on. Come on out there. I don't need a green in there. So what do you think, Big Mama? You like the dusty rose just behind the head like that on the lace? Shoot, does that mean do it? Okay, we're going to do it. I'm going to glue the threads to the butterfly first so I get those in place in a way that they look nice. And it's just a simulation of the antenna because obviously, let's see, I'm trying to get this little placement here. Obviously, those aren't antenna. Okay, let's glue down the lace. I'm going to have this hanging over the clock a little bit. Then we'll glue down over here. So what do you think of that, Miss Big Mama? I'm going to cut some of these so they look like they're sticking more kind of straight up, like a butterfly's antenna would. There they go. That's better. So they're not all just loops. What do you think, Big Mama? Envision this. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Should I put some clear bling on for the body? Or black? We could do the black again. Or I could just put a button right there in the body. What do you think? What shall we add to it, Ms. Big Mama? Clear would be amazing. Then you wouldn't have to worry about... okay. I like that idea. And I've got plenty of clear bling. Let's get the right size, though. We can't use that tiny, tiny stuff because this is a bigger piece. You guys could see me. I have stuff everywhere. You can only see a small portion of my desk. Holy cow. I have stuff everywhere. Okay. What do you think, Sandy? Does it need anything else? Oh, pearls. You want me to change out the bling for pearls? Or shall we put the pearls somewhere else? It's perfect. Okay. I like it too. I think it's really pretty. I like things a little off-center too, like this. I know, Kim, isn't it true? Like, look at this, you guys. I'll bring it back down, but I'm going to back you up so you can see. I mean, this is what I'm working in. There literally is stuff everywhere. So let's go back down so you don't have to look at all of that mess. All right. What do I think about the pearls? I think the pearls would be pretty on there too. I'm just wondering if we could do both. If we could, here they are. If we could take the pearls and put them we've got these little red, oh, come on, it's stuck to my mat. We've got these little red markings, and I'm wondering if we could put a pearl. Well, shoot, my scissors want to stick together, or my tweezers. I pulled all the sticky backing off of that. That's the only thing with these little. What if, Big Mama, I went around and put, no, I probably want to put it at the top. If I put a pearl at the top of each one of these, see how that's looking? Do you like that? Or is it too much? So I could put the little pearls down here, and I could swap out the bling and put bigger pearls up top so that it matches. That might be the thing to do. It's kind of fun decorating with other people. I'm going to have to go back and glue all these little gems and pearls and things down. I am not going to take the time to do it now because... Oh, but you're designing it. Don't worry about my style. Trust me, some of this stuff will be going out in Happy Mail. You just might get a Happy Mail, Sandy, or Big Mama. You never know. I'm more of a kind of vintagey earth tones. Like, I don't know if I would use this piece. Switch out the bling. Okay. Do you like the pearls down on the markings as well? Little ones on the wings, yeah. I think it ties it all together. And one more. Nope, two more. One there. And one there. Okay, there's the bottom. That is gorgeous. I pulled a little bit of the paper up there, but you won't see that when I get the bigger pearls on there. Let's find some bigger ones. I think maybe this size will work. One, two, and three. Oh, goodness, everything is sticking to my fingers. I need to find some baby wipes and clean my hands off. those lined up just right. Okay, ladies, what do you think? I think it's really pretty. Come on. There we go. You like that, Big Mama? Yeah, that's what. Oh, you would just go down the body. Okay. You don't like it with the extra around the bottom? Yeah, I do too. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I like it. Very yummy looking, perfect. Don't touch a thing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I love it. All right, let's design. I like this idea of somebody designing. Would somebody else like to pick out? I've got this door book plate. I've got a bunch of this. I've got stickers. I've got tags. Simple but elegant. Yes, ma'am. I agree. Anybody else want to take a stab at decorating one? I had something else over here. Ooh, let's do one of these. These are little tiny envelopes. They came from Dollar Tree. And they're just, simple little envelopes. Some of them, they have some stuff on the front. Oh, there's a real vintagey one. We could do something fun with that. Let's do something with this one. Anybody interested in helping set the direction? Should we put another sticker down on it? Should we put some fabric, some cheesecloth, and then some of the string? Buttons? What do you guys think? I have these. They're big though. That's too big. All right, you guys. I'm just going to start going here. If I don't see anybody jump in. Let's see. Let's just see about putting some string down. I am at an hour. I'm going to keep going. If you guys can't, you might get some Happy Meal. I'm going to keep going. If you can't stay, I understand. If you can, stick with me. There's that. And I have this piece of upholstery fabric that was left over, and here's how I get my strings. So I'm wondering if we kind of put that underneath like that, and then just a button on top. What do you guys think? Yeah, if you help me decorate and give input, you might just get some Happy Mail or a Happy Meal. There's just a very simple wooden button, and I could tie a string through it. That's very neutral. There's nothing fancy about it. What do you guys think? Do we need to add anything to it? Yeah, I like that button. It's nice and chunky, and I'm going to look for I love this stuff. This is like a crochet thread, and it's a thicker one. I got it at, it's a size 3. I think I got it at Joann's, and I absolutely love it. And I'm just gonna put some of this thread through here. I'm not going to tie a bow because that seems too frilly for this vintage piece, so I'm just going to keep it simple. And I think that looks good. So let's put that down. So let's put this down first. And this is just for those of you who bought the fabric scraps from me, here's some how you can use them. Just I like to use them as enhancements. Sometimes they're too thick to be, a full big piece on a page. Sometimes they're just too thick, but I use bits and pieces of them. Hey, by the way, let me show you this because I had never seen this before. This is Fabri-Tac, and usually you just get that thing that you stick down over it and it doesn't stay really well. This one is actually a screw on top, and it stops that. Sometimes Fabri-Tac will bubble up. And I noticed the top is different. It's got this little thing with the hole in it. That's the screw on top. So I don't know if you all have seen it, but I'm loving it. Loving it. That's the only way I want to buy Fabri-Tac from here on out. Okay. Now, what about if we put, and maybe it would be too much, you guys tell me. I've got these teeny tiny little buttons. Yeah, maybe it would be too much. If I put a couple of teeny tinies up here, that one's even smaller. What do you guys think of that? I wouldn't put the string through it. I would just put the buttons. Is that too much, or does that look good? Keep it all very neutral. Oh yes, it does, Kim. Yeah, I love the Fabri-Tac too, but I highly recommend this one with the screw on top. And you don't have to poke a hole in it. You don't have to cut anything off. Yeah, I kind of like it too, Kim. And of course, the edges could be inked up and all that good stuff, but this is an envelope, so it could also have something inside. I don't like to put the buttonholes when there's only 2 buttonholes. I hate to have them going straight across. I like things off center a little bit. I guess because I'm a little off center. So there it is, our finished piece. What do you guys think? Balance. Yes, you've got the balance going this way. You've got some going this way. I think that really completes it. And then it opens up in the back for a little envelope. I love that one. Every time I make a new one of these, I'm like, oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. All right, there's that one. How about let's do some copper. I've got some copper pieces here and I have to hammer them flat a little bit. And I thought what I would do, close your ears, I'm hammering. You know I couldn't do crafting without adding some, oh, I need to get some scissors that will cut this and a file. I'll be right back. Have a little chat, you guys. I'll be right back. All right. Copper, yep. What, the envelope, Sandy? Yeah, I don't know. I got these at Tuesday morning. I don't even know who makes them. The package doesn't, just says, yeah, I got them at Tuesday morning. All right, so I'm just going to cut. And this copper is so thin that I can cut it. I'm going to do a little one at first. I'm just going to cut off the, there we go, just a random shaped piece of copper. And I got to flatten it out again because cutting it makes the edges all wonky. Now those edges are pretty sharp because I just cut, so I'm just going to take a file and file the edges, take all the sharp pointies off of there so it doesn't hurt somebody. And then we'll have a little substrate to work on. All right, there we go. Now, this copper has not been cleaned, so it's got some tarnish to it, which is cool. It will continue to tarnish. And I think that's the really neat thing about it, is that you'll get a lot of fun color. Okay, so what shall we do with this piece of copper? Should we put it down on another piece of paper? You know, should we glue it down to a piece of cardstock and then let the paper go out around it? Should I put it on some fabric? Oh, here's a thought. Here's one of those Beehive Company stickers that I made. This one came out a little bit crooked. I could put it as the body of the bee and then decorate it and glue it on there as the body of the bee. I could take another one of those labels and decorate. You guys tell me, what shall I put it on? Some fabric, some paper. I've got all kinds of paper. Another sticker. Let's see, where did that... We could make it the center of that little book plate, although it kind of gets lost in there. I don't like that idea. What do you guys think? Come on. Oh, this might be fun. So this is the paper that I did my stamping off when I was stamping all the fabric pieces. I would stamp off the color onto this sheet of paper, and I have it left. And I'm wondering if I just cut out a piece of this yummy paper. Oh, right there. Oh, where do I see Liz? I don't see Liz. How come I don't see Liz? All right. I don't need it quite that big. Let's glue it down first, and then I can figure out. Yeah, I don't see her. Somebody text her or email her or something. Tell her to get in here. We need ideas. She might have had to go because of the folks working at her house. All right, so I've got that on there. Now let's... Okay. I like it. Piece of copper in the middle. Let's ink it up. Oh, you know what? I probably should have put the thread underneath the copper. Good thing it hadn't set yet. Let's do some of that. Yeah, I haven't seen her. She was here earlier. All right, so I've got some threads. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. She probably had something else to do. Do you guys do this as well? Like you'll ink and forget to put the lid on the ink, or you use your glue stick and forget to put the lid on it. I'm always not treating my supplies very well. And then I come back and the ink is, or the glue is all dried up. And all right. I like that so far. Look at that. Now, I could stamp something in that copper, a word, or I could build up, or, ooh, these came in a little box from a, oh, I really like that because the threads, it matches so well on the threads. I'll just put it offset so you can still see the copper. What do you guys think of that? Stamp for sure, then a hole with a little tiny bead charm. I could do that. Yeah, I like this. I've got more copper. I can stamp on something and then, yeah, I like the flower too. And we'll do another one where we do your idea of stamping, and I really, really like this one. This one may not go out in any happy mail because I really like it. And the copper is pretty lightweight, so whoops. Look at that. Isn't that fun? All right. Let me get my letters And I need to get a hole punch. Hang tight. Alrighty. Got my supplies. So we're going to stamp a word on some copper. Rockstar material. But isn't this fun? I'm having so much fun, you guys. I just could keep going. That's why I decided I'll go, and if you guys have to leave, I understand. And all right, let's cut a little bigger piece so I have room to stamp on it. And I like to cut kind of wonky shapes. I don't like them all just square. And I need somebody to pick a word or a very short phrase that we're going to stamp on this. So, Kim, you were the one who suggested that we stamp. So you want to pick a word or a short phrase to stamp on this? I've got my newsprint stamp, so it'll look like newspaper print. So that would be the most vintage looking. While I'm filing the edges, I'll wait for you to pick a word. Hope, all right? I like it. We'll kind of pick out the rest of the design, and then I'll go in and stamp it, because I don't know where to stamp it just yet if we haven't decided all the other decoration. And then you said hang a charm from it, which we can definitely do. And if you haven't watched any of my metals videos, when you file metal, the file only cuts one way when you push. So going back and forth doesn't, on the backstroke, doesn't do anything. The blades don't, or the little ridges don't file on the backstroke. So if you see metal folks working with metal and filing, and they're not filing just one way, then they really aren't metal people. Okay, your favorite word. Okay, well, so what shall we put on with this hope? Do we want some lace? Do we want... Ooh, I've got a little bit of red fabric. Are you a red kind of gal? We could put some red fabric on there. We could put some lace on there. I've got other fabrics too. Here's a purpley colored fabric. Here's a green if you want some fabrics. Here's a pretty blue and gray. Then I've got some other, oh, that's a strip. Use that one. There's like some brown. And then we've got the red. So you tell me, Kim, what color? I've also got, I see sticking out of a box down here, some of this lace. This might be pretty, this purple lace with the copper. Oh, bye, Big Mama. Oh, you're back. I'm working with metal, Liz. We're designing. You've missed a lot of the. Look at this last one we did with copper. I did copper, some paper, some string, and then a little satin flower. You like this? So we tear a piece of this purpley fabric and use some of the ribbon. Okay. I dropped something. Hang on, ladies. There we go. All right. See if I can get some torn edges here, because I kind of like that on the fabric. And you see, as I craft my area, Kim, this must be how yours goes too. Your area just gets smaller and smaller because everything fills up your desk. I'm like that in the kitchen too. When I cook, I try to clean up as I go, but I'm pitiful at it. All right, so there's that. And I can cut that down more if I need to. It's funny, I looked over into one of my bins and I saw this purple lace sticking out. We could do this. I know, it's so terrible. And I try really hard to keep it clean, but... So what do you think about that so far? I might need to, if we're only going to put hope on it, I might need to use a smaller piece. But what do you think about that? Oh, we don't have any string in there yet. Let's get... some of this. This has got... Kim, you like the same things? Yeah. There's just, I mean, it truly is just your imagination when it comes to this string stuff, or really any crafting. No, don't like that. Let's see. I gotta have something in here I like. In this wad of... Let's just do an off-white. Let's just do a little ball of off-white. Okay, what do you think about that, Kim? So Liz, I'm letting the ladies kind of... Big Mama created a couple of these, and Kim's kind of picking out this one, and if you want to do one after I finish this one, I'm happy to do it. Move your block. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. I keep letting it slip down. So what about that? It's a bigger piece. You like it? Okay. And then maybe we could put the hole down here towards the bottom and let the dangle come off the bottom. All right, so this newsprint is pretty small. Do you have a saying that has hope in it? Because I could put more than just the word I could use more than just the word hope. Or I could just make this whole thing a little bit smaller. Or we could take a little bit more of this string. I could do hope up in the corner. Oh, I would love it. I plan to do a lot of this, Liz. I so often would craft all by myself down here in my little basement. And what if we could then stamp hope right here, and then I could add a little button or flower in here with this extra thread. What do you think about that? Yeah, and Kim, if you get metals to do this kind of stuff with, just get really thin metal. Like, I think the stuff that they sell at Michael's might be real thin. You want it either like the heaviest I would do for this kind of thing is 28 gauge. You could do 28, 30, or 32. Yeah, I hear you, Liz. Because then, and you want to use an old pair of scissors because it will kill your scissors. But then you can, cut it with scissors, and then just buy at the hardware store. Just get like a file, a real cheap. You can do it for a couple bucks if you don't have one, and let's see, and then just file off the edges. You can also use an emery board on metal that's that thin. H-O. Oh, that's G. Hang on, I gotta find my letters here. I need a P. And that's gonna be backwards. And there's the E. I am planning something big for the ladies in your group. Oh, that sounds interesting. You want to give a hint? Yep, that one's going to be backwards, but that looks like the P. Okay, I'm going to stamp this on a piece of sample copper because I can't tell if this is the P. Yep, it is. All right. So we said we wanted it. I actually can stamp right through this. This with a flower, and then hope right across here. Where's my H? There we go. Oh, it's putting a little bit of indentation in the metals because the metal is so thin, but that's okay. I'll hammer that out. H-O P. And where did my E go? I know I pulled it out. That's N. That's O. I pulled the wrong one. There's E. Sometimes I get these stamps sideways and I stamp and then it ruins the whole piece and I get quite ticked off. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, so you can see how it really indented that, because the metal's so thin. So I'm going to turn it over, get my rawhide mallet. Now, I'm going to do one other thing. I'll show you a trick. I'm going to get a black Sharpie marker, and I'm going to just fill in those letters. And don't worry, it looks real messy right now. We'll fix that. So this is basically an alcohol marker. We want to darken those letters. And then we take some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and we're going to just go right over the top of that and get it off the surface. It's down in the indentation. See there? See how nice that is? And it's all kind of crooked and funky. I don't do anything that's like super lined up, and I like it to be a little funky. So let me put these stamps away. Oh, it bled a little bit. Let me go over it one more time. So I'm just going over it. I'll go over the whole thing, so if there's any dirt on it, it'll take it off. Blow on it to dry it. Okay. All right. So now let's go back to what we had before. I think, nope, I tore a piece. Where's that piece that I tore? There it is. Okay. So we had this and this, and then we were just going to put a little flower in there and then dangle something. So I think I'm ready to start gluing it all together, and then we'll punch the hole in and put a dangle wherever we think it should go once we get everything glued together. You like this one, Liz? You should see all the pieces we created. I don't know how long you were here, but this has been just so much fun. Just coming up with ideas and go with it. If it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. You know, you can always rework it or toss it and make it a scrap. Okay. Oh, there's my thread sticking to my fingers again. This is the only problem working with Fabri-Tac. It's sticky. Okay. All right, and then we're going to glue down in this corner. Okay, hang tight, you guys. I got to get this off my fingers. I got to rub them so the glue dries off of them because it's sticking like crazy. You liking it, Kim? All right, where'd my credit card go? I don't know, but I have these scissors here that I can do the same thing with. Okay, let's pull it back just a little bit from the hook. Okay, flowers. You wanted a flower on it, and I think I've got little purple flowers. Let me find one. sorting through my box. There we go. Those are the ones I was looking for. Well, we'll look at both. So this one's a little more reddish purple. This one is a darker purple. You know what we could do? We could overlap them, and then this is kind of like a muted purple. We could make a little cluster of 3, or do you think that overpowers the word hope? What do you think, Kim? 1, 3. I might have some little tiny purple ones too. One of these days, oh, we do. I could do a big one and a couple of little ones around it. So let's go first things first. Which color purple? I'm kind of liking because we can also put other ones around it for small flowers. And I would move this one down here. And these have a little bit of sparkle in them, it looks like. Some of them do. We could do that. And actually, let's not put the same color there. How about that one? And like a bluish purple. So what do you think about that for a cluster? Does that float your boat? So this is what it would, well, I think this needs to come up here a little more. Do you like that? Is that good, Kim? That's probably going to be the best. Yes, it's beautiful. Okay. Let's glue these babies down. Let's see. Let's start with the big one. All right. I'm just trying to position these so they look more natural. I think I got it. All right. Now, we're going to put a charm on here. So I could put it through the fabric, or I could punch a hole in the metal. So I'm thinking you might want your charm to come out, whoops, off camera. You might want your charm to come out down here. What do you want it coming off the metal? Do you want me to punch a hole in the metal? Or do you want me to put a bulb pin through the fabric and lace? Or do you want it in a different spot? It doesn't have to be down here. I'm just thinking you got a little extra metal and it could go down there. Or it could come right out of the thread here and come down. I mean, it really could be anywhere. It's just kind of a matter of wherever you want it. On the right, oh, any of them, they're all the same. Whether I punch a hole in the copper, I have a pair of pliers that punches a hole in it, so that's really easy. Or if I put it through the fabric, it's just a bulb pin. So either way is fine. You tell me what you like. while you're looking at that, I'm going to pull out my charms. And I think I know what we need to use, Kim. If I can find them. I think close to the flowers. Okay. What do you think? It's a different metal. This is brass, so it'll be another type of metal. But what do you think about a key? Like hope is the key. And I've got all sorts of, like I could put that one on there. There's that one. There's some littler one. Oh, this is pretty. The little rose in it. Those other ones might be a little too big. Look at that hanging down. You like that one? Let's see what else I have. Have this one that's an in-between size. It's a little bigger than that little, those first two were probably too big. But I've got this one. It's kind of medium. And then that one that's small. The rose one. Okay. Now, next decision. Are we going to punch it through the copper or just put it through the lace? Let me, before I punch the copper, let me show you. Hang on. I can't find my bulb pins. Let me show you what it would look like, because doing it through the lace is easy. Use this color. Yeah, I'm thinking through the copper. I'm going to make that executive decision because I can see it right here, and it's going to hang better if we put it through the copper. So the next thing I'm going to look for, I'm going to move all this extra fabric out of the way. My space is getting smaller and smaller, Kim. So these little pliers, and they don't work real well on heavier metals, but they've got a little pokey thing in the middle. If it'll ever focus, there it is. And that just punches through the metal. So it's pretty easy to do. And just like that, we have a hole. Now, I do need to do one thing. When you punch a hole, you get a little burr on the back of it sticking out. So let me just sand that off real quick. And actually, I'll take care of this off camera. We don't need to, I can cut that little burr off. But anyway, let's put this little bulb pin through. Oh, it's going to have to go this way. And come on. That hole is small. It's not wanting to. Hang on. I need to punch out the little hole in the key ring a little bit more. Make it up, and I broke it. Okay, that one's not going to work. Let me find... Oh, you know what? That will work just fine. I can actually put it through the rows and it will work even better. So let's put this through. And then I'm going to put this on here. And close it up. Come on. There we go. So you've got that. What do you think? You like it? What do you guys think? Yay! All right, I'm going to put that one aside and we'll move on to, let's see, how long have I been live? Oh, I'm going on 2 hours. I probably should cut it here because I'm going to be helping. By the way, Wendy Blanish is going to be live at 3:30. She's selling and she had asked me to help her. So I probably need to start, thinking about getting ready for that and cleaning up my mess here. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. But let me put out all the pieces that we made in this. And you guys have helped a whole lot. So yeah, we're down to 2 watching. So that's probably about time. So yeah, we made this one, the Hope. We made the envelope, the retro vintage envelope. We made this other one with the... Oh, thank you, Judy. Made this big... This one was the one Big Mama loved. This great big old clock with the butterfly. This was the first one we did. Very simple. I just hate that these cameras don't like to focus very well. Come on. Seems like the closer I get, the better it focuses. There we go. So we had that one. Made this one. This one's a little bit long, so I can either choose to cut it off or I could stamp on the fabric. I may come back and put a tiny little button in there. Seems like it needs something. And then with Sandy's help, we also did this butterfly one. She loves her butterflies. And then this butterfly that's on a leaf. We did this one that looks like a brooch. We got a lot done today. Did that one. And then finally we had this little tag with the yo-yo. So that's it, ladies. Thanks for hanging out. This really was a lot of fun. And I probably will do this again because I have lots of string left. So I'll probably start up at some point another video and we'll go live and do more of these. But we got a lot done. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thanks, Judy, Kim, Liz. Who else is still here? I don't think anybody else is still here. So I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Thank you all, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Bye.